Hey there, Jay Clark here. Today we're out at Kuya, going to do a little bolt-on madness on a CRF270R. It's a 2012. Everything we go over is kind of 2010 through 12, all relevant, all the parts and mods we did. Simple bolt-on stuff. Probably can't do everything all at one time here, but we're going to go over everything we did. Kind of a vet machine or a cheater machine, either way you look at it. It's a 270 kit by CylinderWorks with a hot cams camshaft in there. We're going to kind of walk around the bike here and show you everything we've done to this thing, and then get some track time with Ping on the bike and see how it compares to a stock one. Okay, so of course, starting off, we go with a Dunlop MX51 rear tire. Really good choice for most all-terrains, and TCR laced up our rims and put a 215-inch rear, a little bit wider, same size as a 450. Works really good. And he anodizes the stock hubs, really nice look, with a MotoMaster rear disc. Okay, right here we got the factory 4.1 RCT FMF muffler with a Mega Bomb header. Really good power on the dyno, get a good increase. Really nice looking graphics, custom made by Decal Works. They do an awesome job. Moto Seat makes the custom seat cover, whatever you're looking for they make. And, so that makes it all look really nice. CDG technology makes these cast titanium foot pegs are really slick, really nice foot peg, one of the best in the market, really clean. And then Henson, of course, running their full clutch setup. On this one, we run the spring setup with the 5 springs, full, really good action, good pull. And then Works connection radiator braces, help save in case of laying the thing over. Applied 22mm clamps with big bar mounts, rubber mounted, really good setup with Renthal 997 twin walls. Really good setup there. The Works connection Elite Perch just got the best action out there. We got the new Works connection hole shot device for those dirt starts. MB1 redid the entire suspension. They do a really good job for setting up for anybody's weight and skill level. So we got the Works connection hour meter, really good idea to keep track of how many hours you're putting on your bike. You don't realize it, and then you know how long you got in between intervals of oil changes and maintenance. Okay, so we got the CV4 yellow hoses. They come in many other colors. The yellow looks pretty sharp on this red. We've rerouted the overflow hose from the valve cover, comes down. That's the black hose right there. And then Air Force Mototasneri makes a great air boot for this thing that gives a lot more airflow. Usually get a lot better top end with a short one, with a short velocity stack. So on the 2010 through 2012 CRF 250s, the clutch cable goes under the throttle body and comes out by the pipe. Gets really hot and will wear out the throttle cable soon. So we've been able to, Henson came up with this idea of running the clutch cable from an 09 on this bike, and you can route it over onto the left side of the bike, and that keeps the cable on the left side of the bike away from the pipe. Really good setup. So here you can see our Renthal countershaft sprocket. We've got stock gearing with their full race chain with the Renthal rear sprocket. Got a black one to match the TCR hub. Looks really sharp and works really well, long lasting. So we run VP U 4.4, Ultimate 4.4. Works really well. We mix it with a little bit of pump gas to kind of ration out. All right, so here we got our Uni air filter, but right next to there we got the Tokyo Mods Vortex ignition box, which really helps the thing rev out and give a lot better mapping and ignition for this thing. And so works well with the stock box, and we have a good map for the stock box, and it even works well with the stock map in the stock box, and dynoed well with the stock box. So you can run it with your stock ignition, works just fine. To get a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more better mapping there, and horsepower, the Tokyo Mods box worked really well. Okay, right here we have the Hot Cam Stage 2 camshaft that we ran. Hot Cams has a bunch of choices of cams for this bike, but in this case we wanted to keep it simple and not run extra stiff valve springs, and just keep it simple, so that the Hot Cam Stage 2 cam is a good choice, good mid, top end power, so, and combined with the big bore kit works very well. Okay, so right here is the complete CylinderWorks big bore kit. This is what you get. You get a brand new cylinder, completely plated. It's a brand new cylinder. It's not a exchange cylinder or anything like that. It's a brand new manufactured cylinder, plated to OEM specs. We've got a Vertex piston right there, custom made for the big bore size. And in this case, it's 80 millimeters, which is 3.2 millimeters bigger than stock, which gets us right to the 270cc's that this thing is. Get a complete gasket kit. All ready to go. So this thing's a little bit over $600 for the complete kit, and combine that with the camshaft of like $250 or so, and you have yourself a really good low priced mod kit for a CRF250. Very similar to a lot of the other 250Fs out there as well.
Hey everybody, it's David Pingree here, riding Jay Clark's Cylinder Works project bike, the CR250, and just got off of it. Had a lot of fun. You know, it's definitely a huge improvement. He's saying 6 horsepower more over stock just with this bolt-on kit, which is great. I mean, riding it, it feels like there's definitely been some engine work done. You know, but the cool thing about this is that you don't have to worry about the drivetrain parts wearing out. You know. That's what gets expensive when your valves and cams and all that stuff, you got to keep going through them and replacing them every certain number of hours. What's great about this is being able to just bolt this on, run pump gas in it, you know, put as many hours as you would a stock motorcycle. You're just making a lot more power the whole time. So the whole concept to me is very cool. I was a little worried some of the big bores I've ridden in the past wouldn't rev out at all. You know, they made really good torque and then they just go flat. Not the case with this thing at all. Really good rev. You know, you could leave it in a gear and it would continue to pull. It never like flattened off completely. It would carry, you know. So really good power characteristics. For me, the gearing, we're at elevation a little bit, so it's even more accentuated, but it's stock gearing on here now. I would definitely drop down a tooth, one tooth smaller in the rear, because even up here at elevation, I'm able to carry third through some of the turns. I mean, there's that much of a torque gain. So for me, I would definitely recommend dropping down a tooth. You're gonna find that, I think, when you put this on your bike, and then you'll be able to run the turns the same gear you normally would. You're just gonna have a lot more torque doing it, which if you're a bigger guy, if you're looking for a way to make your practice bike faster, you know, or if you're just a cheater and you want to go ahead and just throw some big horsepower numbers up. Anyway, bike was a lot of fun. Some great parts on here. This thing is definitely a fun bike to ride.